Welcome to Gurney Shift. I'm Ryan.
And I'm Jason.
And this is minute 27 of Fast 5. Welcome back, Jason.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, hey, it's Jesse from the original Fast and the Furious, and you're listening to Granny Shifting, the Fast and Furious podcast.
And we're on Vince's side here going into this minute. Right?
I think so. Yeah. So we promised you he had an important line, which we've talked about in the past. And we were saying we're not quite sure Dom's making a good decision here by sending Vince away.
Yeah.
I think Vince knows too much about the family, Dom's family, to put him on the other side. And he's forcing him onto the other side by sending him away without the chip.
Yeah.
I mean, Vince is going to either get killed or save himself by promising information or helping the cartel get the chip from Dom.
Yeah. Dom is basically killing Vince right now.
Yeah. And what Vince says is... How did he actually say this?
Yeah. He said, "You never trust me. Not when I told you he was a cop," meaning Brian. And Dom kind of like side eyes to Brian.
And not now. And that we've talked about that. Vince was right. He always called out Brian as being a cop, and he was right. Now, I think Brian was always a stand-up guy. He was just put in a situation. Like, he's never intentionally screwed over Dom. He was forced to go undercover and then appreciated Dom and his family.
Right.
And then turned.
Yeah.
And was on their side.
He went native.
Yeah, even though he was a cop. But he was in that situation because he got in trouble, right? And they kind of forced him into that, right?
Right. He never said that it was Dom and to go after Dom.
Oh, he was trying to get him not to.
Right. And there's that scene in the first movie where, like, his boss is like, "It's Dom."
It's always been
Toretto.
Dom.
It's always been Toretto.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
just
Brian
can't
doesn't
see
want
it.
to. Yeah, Brian doesn't want to admit it. And then going that last run in the broad daylight, like in the wrong cars. They didn't even, or did they have the Civics? Maybe they did have the Civics.
Yeah, Brian came after him in the Supra.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Anyway, Vince was right. And he calls Dom out on that. And he says, "Look where it's gotten us." Because Dom never trusts him. Look where it's gotten us.
Yeah.
Look at our family now.
And he points out, "Your sister's stuck in this life. I can't go home." And then he asks the question, "Where's Letty?"
Well, doesn't really ask it. He sort of...
Does he know that Letty's dead?
Yeah, they all know that.
But he's been, like, out of the country. He hasn't been around.
So you think maybe he might know something else? No, he would share that immediately right now to save himself. Everyone thinks... I don't even think Letty...
You mean Dom would? Dom would say Letty's dead.
Vince knows Letty's dead.
Okay.
Or he thinks... Everyone thinks Letty's dead. What movie does she come back?
6.
Yeah, so I don't even know if... Do you think that writers at this point even have her alive mentally? Like in the storyline?
I'm trying to think of what happens in the rest of this movie. Yeah, it's 6. Yeah, it's 6.
But you know what I mean? Like, to me, that was something at some point they're like, let's bring Letty back.
Right.
Not like right now, they're like, Letty's working in the back scenes of this movie the whole time, and you never realized it.
That's why I'm wondering, like, does Vince actually know? He's saying, "Where's Letty?" Like,
wouldn't he know that she died in the accident?
But would he know about the accident? He wasn't around during that. He was working his way down the...
Yeah, you'd think he would have found out, though.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
I don't know.
But he's calling Dom out, being like, the decisions you make, your sister's stuck in this life.
Right.
Your girlfriend is dead.
What's his name?
But he didn't say that.
Jesse's dead. Leon, who knows where he's at. Like, who's left of his family? It's these 4.
And one was a cop.
Yeah, one wasn't even in his family.
One's a sister.
So one is Vince and one is...
Jesse's definitely not dead, but he's missing.
He doesn't say, "Where's Jesse?" Even though he knows Jesse's dead.
I cannot believe they don't do a cameo with Jesse. He's so willing to do it.
Yeah.
We've talked.
We have talked
with him. But, like, we have spoken with Jesse.
Yeah.
I'm flexing right now. But he has made it clear he would be happy to go back on
Yeah, we've had
and be
long
in it.
conversations.
I've seen
with
him post things about
Oh
it.
yeah.
He wants to go back in the movie. And it would be so easy for his death to have not been a death and
Yeah.
just been like,
They never had a
survived.
funeral for it. They
You
never
just see him
showed
get
him
shot.
die.
right. So he could have been carted off to the hospital and saved, and now come back, even for a short part of a movie.
I
And
think-
people would love it. Hey,
Yeah.
everyone loved Jesse in the first movie.
I think of that when we were having our interview with Chad Lindbergh, and you said to him, "You're like, Han was definitely more dead than you were." Like, yeah, Han definitely was more dead.
It's so true.
And they
His
brought
car
him
blew
back.
up.
Yeah. And how they explained that away was even more ridiculous than explaining
Yeah,
Jesse away.
like somebody rolled out, and,
Yeah. It was
or Letty being alive is still like,
yeah.
but anyway, they haven't brought him back. So but we've seen people bring up Letty in the past, and it's gone really badly. It really triggers Dom. So
Oh, yeah.
when I like kind of clenched a little when Vince
Yeah.
said, "Where's Letty?" and he says it again, and you can see Dom just face go blank. That's when you kind of expect Dom to just throw a punch at
Yeah.
him.
That's why I really think Vince doesn't know. I think he's honestly like, "Where's Letty?"
Yeah, why is she not here?
Yeah. And this would be the time for
And
Dom to say,
it wouldn't help Dom's case to be like, "Oh yeah, she died."
"Yeah, she gone."
And you're like, "See, that's my
Yeah.
point. Should have trusted
Vince
me."
making a lot of good points. As much as I don't like him as a character, he makes some good points. I think Dom realizes that. Look at him looking out into the distance.
Yeah, so Dom turns around, stares the opposite way, and Vince walks out. I was almost expecting Dom to say something like, "Stop, come here," and call him back and be like, "You're staying with us, but," or something. But
Yeah.
he doesn't.
Nope. lets
Vince
him
walks
go.
out, and we get a scene change here. Now we're with The Rock,
Yeah.
and he's walking out of.
He's investigating the train car that was cut into.
Oh, is that what it is? Yeah.
And there's this whole crew that's going into the train car.
Looking
and
for.
Within 4 seconds, The Rock finds something.
He walks up to the edge with a pliers. He already had
He
a
already
needle
had
nose pliers.
He already had it out.
It's actually a needle nose
It's a Leatherman.
vice grip. Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
That actually makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
So he has a Leatherman. He reaches up to the edge of where they cut the train car and pulls a piece of slag off.
Is that what that is?
Yeah. And he says, "Plasma cutter,"
Yeah.
which, we talked about this in great detail.
Right.
So it was a plasma cutter. And
This is good
he
investigative skills.
Oh, he's so smart, right? He's
Yeah.
like, contact every company that distributes compressed gas in the area.
In a 50-mile radius, yeah.
So all these guys looking around, of course, the big boss man finds a clue that's going to be the biggest clue
Yeah.
within seconds
Yeah.
and has a lead.
Yeah.
Throws it in a evidence bag,
And here comes the
special request.
the girl with a nice smile.
The girl cop walks through the caution tape,
Oh, and that's it.
and that's it. She walks up, and maybe next minute we're going to find out why
Yeah.
he
picked her.
special requested her.
Yeah. I don't think you find out why for quite a while,
Oh, okay.
but maybe next minute.
She's got to be confused why she was requested.
Oh, yeah. On this special case.
Did you? Sorry, this is random.
Yeah.
We'll have one off-topic conversation this minute.
Okay.
There was 2 terrorist attacks the week we're recording this.
Yeah.
On the same day,
The Las Vegas one.
both with Turo rental cars,
Yeah.
both by military,
Ex-military.
which is weird. But I did think it was,
Were they
I don't know
stationed at
about-
the same base at one point?
I don't know too many details about the guys.
Some people at work were talking about it. Somebody mentioned that. Like, how are these two people related to each other?
Yeah, because it seems like, what a coincidence, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had somebody text me about, can you imagine if your Turo car was used for this? I was like, I don't know. I'm pretty sure my Turo car was used for some illegal stuff.
Yeah.
Like when I rented my Lexus out, the one guy ran from York, Pennsylvania to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. In a week, he made the trip 10 times and would park. I mean, the car, because I have a tracker in it that records
Right.
everything, it idled in downtown Philly for 5 hours in a spot. He just had the car idling in one parking spot for 5 hours.
Yeah.
He averaged between leaving a city, driving down Route 30, which isn't all highway. Some of it has stoplights and stuff.
Right, yeah.
He averaged over 90 miles an hour and hit over 130 miles an hour at some
Really?
points.
That's
And did this trip
crazy.
multiple times in the week he had it rented. When
Like,
he
how
brought
do-
it back,
How do people deal with that? Like,
what on earth could you be traveling back and forth that quickly for
Right.
that many times and then sitting and idling? And the idle time was from midnight to 5 a.m. is
Yeah.
when it sat and idled.
that's so sketchy.
So
Is he picking people up from the airport?
he wanted to rent it again. And I was like, no.
yeah.
Like I
Can
have
anything that he did come back on you as the owner of the vehicle?
no,
Like,
not
if he was
really.
in
I
an
mean,
accident
they
or he
could
was
come to
caught
me.
speeding, or like
No.
someone took a picture of his license plate through a stop sign or through a stoplight going.
Easy Pass tickets. Ask Fabian about that. That guy racked up Easy Pass tickets
Yeah,
like
what
crazy
happens
for
if
me.
if the Easy Pass gets sent to you, and the guy hasn't? That comes like a month later.
Yeah, you can back charge them. What I didn't realize was the new Easy Pass systems. I have an Easy Pass. I don't give it to my renters. So some of the time
Oh.
they would run it, and if it was out of state, they would send me the ticket and I could charge them for it.
Okay.
In Pennsylvania, when they were running it, PA was just running my plate. They saw I had an Easy Pass and was charging my account. And I never realized
Oh, my
until I
word.
stopped doing Turo and pulled up my, I don't know if it was my bank account or my Easy Pass account. I'm like, what in the world? I had like hundreds of dollars of Easy
Oh,
Pass
my
charges
word.
that people had, and it was way past. They give you like 60 days.
Like
to
your
do this or
Easy
something.
Pass has money on it. Like, I mean, it's a link to an
Yeah.
account or has money on it. But do they read that or do they read the license plate?
Well, normally they want to scan that.
Okay.
If they don't, they take a picture of your license plate to send you a ticket. But they
Okay.
run it through the system and to save themselves the hassle. If you have an account, they'll just charge your account.
So if they stick an Easy Pass on, their own Easy Pass,
It'll
Jerry
go for that.
Smith,
Yep.
it sees that, it'll charge them instead of using the license plate to charge.
Right.
Okay.
So bring your own Easy Pass or stop and pay at the toll booth.
Okay.
But many people did not do that.
Yeah.
Why were we talking about that?
Illegal things?
Oh,
Talking about
the
using
guy.
cars.
Oh, yeah. So I thought it was really interesting. Sad what happened, but the Tesla
Yeah.
filled with explosives. Elon posted that he is something like that idiot that did it picked the wrong vehicle to use. The Tesla truck was so, they use like hardened steel panels on the
Yeah.
side. It didn't allow the explosion to go out. It only shot it straight up. So he was parked right in the front of the Trump Hotel.
yeah.
It didn't even break the glass on the front
Oh,
of the building.
really?
And there's a video now of like
Is there a
the
reason
investigation.
he picked that? Was the other one a Tesla?
No, the other
Okay.
one was a electric Ford,
Oh, okay. So
like
they're
a
both
Ford
electric.
F-250. Yeah, but I didn't know. Like, who knows? Maybe we'll find out. But if it was somebody that's like anti-Trump and anti-Elon,
Right.
picks the Tesla. But the Tesla was so armored that it shot the explosion straight up and actually
Yeah.
there wasn't that much damage.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, and they show the truck. There's a video now of them like pulling the cover off it and stuff. It's all intact, other than like the windows are all blown out and it looks like the tires are burnt and whatever. But all the metal panels look exactly like they're not even damaged at all. Wild, but
I didn't see anything about the F-150. I mean, I heard that there was two things. I don't know what happened with the F-150.
I saw one thing where somebody said it was electric, like a Ford Lightning or whatever. Is that what
okay.
the electric
Yeah.
one is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ford Lightning. That's what Brian drove for Harry when he was slinging parts.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
So the new Ford Lightnings are all electric, right?
I think so. Yeah.
I think they're like F-150s that are electric.
Yeah, the old Ford
The old Ford
Lightnings were
Lightnings,
like the Cobra engines or something. I
yeah,
don't know,
like a
some-
little red single cab.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. Anyhow.
Crazy things are happening in this world.
Yeah. Yes, they are.
I just am glad for this podcast.
One thing will always be here when you need it, except some weeks we skip. But you can always re-listen to one of our 400 previous episodes.
Yeah. And everyone's going to be enjoyable. It's like picking an episode of Friends to watch. You don't have to see the one before or after. You can just watch that one
Right.
and have a good time.
Or The Office.
Or The
It's like
Office.
halfway through it, and you can just watch and laugh.
Right. It's going to be a good time.
I mean, yeah, I'd say we're on par with The Office.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
mhm.
100%. I mean, we're as big of celebrities as some of those people were at the beginning of The Office.
That's true. That's wild,
Yeah.
but true.
Yeah. And that was episode
27.
27.
No,
Episode 27
was it?
of season 5,
26.
featuring minute 27. No, 27.
We didn't start 27 yet.
No, next minute is 28. If it ends with
Oh,
27.
so minute
goes-
1 goes from 0 to 1.
Right.
Okay, you're
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Minute 27 of the Fast and Furious podcast.
Thanks for listening. I'm Ryan.
And I'm Jason.
And always remember,
Winning's winning.